Okay, this is the newly acquired Toro. I think this is Toro number 12. Um, it looks just like any other Toro we've picked up with the 6.5 horsepower Tecumseh. It actually came complete with a new filter. All it needed was a carb gasket right there, because the one it came with had a huge gap in it, and so when you put gas in it, it would just dump out. But it would still start and it would still run. I was amazed. I didn't even have to, well, I did prime it, but the primer bulb is shit. There's a bug in my hair, in my ear. The primer bulb's got a little crack in it, but still works. Still has sponge to it. It's not solid. I need to look get more research into these. I'm trying to remember what year it came out. Probably 2004 or 2002 or 2003 when this generation came out. Now they have Briggs & Stratton motors or Kohler motors or Honda motors too. But back in the day, they just had Tecumsehs. And a lot of people aren't really fans of Tecumsehs. I like them when they run, but after a while they just lose power. It's either to do with the compression or to do with the carburetor just not pumping enough gas. Actually, I think a lot of times it has to do with the carburetor just not revving up high enough. And since it's self-governed and I don't really know how to adjust it unless taking this whole lid off and you just make the cable tighter, like by bending it. But yeah, as you can see, the sticker's never been used or never been worn. That sticker's brand new. The sticker's been peeling. The wheels, you can look at that, they're still like bright white, lots of tread, no wear on the inside. Did not come with a bag. They taped up this and this, and this is kind of an interesting concept here. I didn't realize when I got it that I thought it was just hooked up wrong, just to be dumb, but actually no, they were kind of smart, because instead of going out and buying a replacement handlebar, because these Toros, are notorious for this problem. I think you can see, yeah. This part right here is plastic, and there's supposed to be a little hole where the drive cable comes up and hooks on. Well, that is a shitty design by default, or from the factory, because it's plastic. And so you're pushing on this to go, and it just breaks right off. So what they did was, they took the drive cable, and they soldered on the cable to this wire, really thick solid wire, and looped it through here. And so instead of pushing to go, you pull back to go. And it actually works, I wouldn't say quite well, but it works. It works well. I have a shit ton of these spare handlebars laying around. So when I get the chance, I'm going to swap handlebars out for one that does have the plastic hook still. So then I can actually use it and push it down like you're supposed to, instead of holding on with both hands like this, or one hand like this, and pulling back to go, and having a firm grip here, because if you pull back on here, it will do a wheelie and it will just take right off. And I'm going to demonstrate that right now. Oh, before I do that, I'll show you the underside. I did scrape it off a little bit, but it was not clean when it came into the thrift store, St. Vinny's. Wow, and this is completely straight. It hasn't been bashed up. The other one we have, this is completely bashed to fuck. So everything's very straight. And when everything's straight, it makes it a mow so much better, because you don't get grass clumped up. When it's all symmetrical, it just, forms and flows and recycles and mulches and goes right back in the yard like it's supposed to. Not get stuck in the cracks and crevices. And this was, this was fucked up. but I lubed the fuck out of it. Oh shit, and now it's fucked up. Great. It was completely stuck, and then I oiled it, and then see oil penetrating fluid, or penetrating oil, then WD-40, and then took a spike and hammered on it, and something's fucked up because it doesn't want to stay. That's really shitty. Before we're stuck on 2 and that was too low, but now it won't stay on anything. Why the fuck? Huh. Great. Anyway, let's take it for a test run. I already tested it. I know it works, but here's a test for the video. It's gonna act up because I tipped it sideways. Come on, bitch. I don't know what that noise is. It sounds like the rope's getting pulled, but it's not. I don't know. That's weird, but not the most intuitive thing to pull back to go, but it clearly works. I just want to. There's nowhere for me to hook it up without taking off the whole handlebar. This is really easy. I just push in there and it just pops right out. One thing I love about these Toros, are super easy to work on. And I do already have a cable to replace it, but actually I wouldn't have to replace the cable. I just have to replace this and take a piece of wire, hook it in there, and yeah. But since that's a pain in the dick, well, not that bad, it's just not the most user friendly. This one is Toro number 10, I think, or 11, I don't remember. And this one's about as old. I think, no, this one's older, because this one's got the battery for the startup thing. Unless it was the same time, this one didn't have the option. It could have been either way. As you can see, it's got the snapper motor on it. And that one's been rigged up because the cable broke But see, that's what it's supposed to look like right there. So a plastic thing. Yeah. So we have it rigged up with a series of redneck wire. Super easy to start. Drive works good when you push on it, and it locks up like that, or it wants to go. And it just mulches amazingly. Only problem with this one is I lost the air cover. It was barely hanging on, and then came home from Salem or someplace and it was gone. And the cows hear the mower, so they're hungry. But anyway, yeah. Mulching.